Would you still marry me if I was a worm? Hello, friends. Welcome back to ReddX, your source for the freshest daily cringe content anywhere on the internet. Promise. Swearsies, it's just a fact. It's totally science. Go ahead and look it up. Welcome to r/TIFU. I don't think we've been here before on the channel, and I wanted to come in here with a bang. This is the weirdest thing that I could possibly find, and I hope that you enjoy it. TIFU! By admitting to my girlfriend that I pretend that she is a giant cockroach whenever we have adult intimate times. A cockroach though, bro. You know, the world is just it's a rich tapestry. That's what I'll say. I don't know how I'm supposed to feel about this, man. Ever since I was a teenager, I've had some very intense fantasies about getting intimate with a giant roach. Hope he's a weird guy, isn't he? It started in 9th or 10th grade when we read The Metamorphosis by Franz Kafka. As I started to think more and more about the roach creature that the creature had become, I started to imagine what it would be like if a woman turned into the roach instead. And I found this idea very arousing.
Ugh, keep your fetish away from me!
I would not be repulsed or frightened by her, as the characters in the story are. I would take care of her. And then my thoughts started to get sexual with the character. You're really just laying yourself bare on Reddit right now, aren't you? Let's just theorize that this is a work of fiction, but it's not even just the one post. There's multiple posts that we're gonna go through, so I don't know, man. If it's a LARP, it's a really deep LARP. OP continues. Eventually, I sort of dropped the bit about her having been a human woman at first, and I kind of imagine this fictionalized roach species. They're giant roaches, the size of a person, and they have complete human intelligence. I kind of, over time, also conjured up an imaginary friend of sorts. She was one of these roaches, and her name was Ogtha. Really, you're fucking with me though, right? Ogtha? I would fantasize about her often. Whenever I masturbated, I'd begin imagining elaborate scenarios of me and Ogtha making love.
Weird, buddy. You're weird.
At least it is making love, you know? He's not like banging this roach. He's like, I will lay you down, caress your antenna. When I started to have actual sex, I found that I couldn't perform if I wasn't thinking of Ogtha. Dude, 9th grade you just ruined future you. This isn't today I fucked up. This is like decades ago I did. And now my chickens are coming home to roost. But also, you like what you like, you know? I guess I can't begrudge you that, but it's really weird to me. So, basically now, anytime I have sex with a woman, I am pretending that she is actually Ogtha. Not just think about Ogtha, I concentrate intently to visualize that I actually am doing Ogtha. I don't want to think about the girl at all. There is only Ogtha. Only the realest alpha males know about that cockroach coos, that roachussy. Please, please. No more of this. Of course, this sex can never be as exciting as my fully imaginary sessions with Ogtha. There are things that her multiple appendages and antennae allow for that a human woman can just never match. See? These female beauty standards. That's what I've been saying the whole time. So anyway, I've been in a relationship with my girlfriend for about a year. 3 or 4 times, I've tried to have sex with her and not pretend that she is Ogtha, but I just can't do it. You are ruined.
Stop it. Get some help.
So essentially every time we have sex, I am imagining that she is Ogtha. I finally confided this to her the other day, and I was blown away by her reaction. I thought she might take it a bit badly at first, but then she'd get used to it. The fact you even thought that was a possibility is adorable. No, I have never seen such a look of disgust before. Outraged is not an understatement. She's not even returning my texts now. Yeah, because you pretended she was a giant cockroach for a year. Even if she wasn't disgusted just by the thought of her being imagined as a cockroach, that's what you enjoy. Is foul, is disgusting. I think it is maybe a shit post because he doesn't really describe why he enjoys it, aside from the many legs. But I don't know, man. This cuts me deep. Yeah, it's good that she ran away. I'm afraid that she's actually going to break up with me, and also that she's going to tell people about Ogtha. Oh no! I don't know how I will face anyone. This is going to sound silly, but I also feel guilty about feeling shame, as if Ogtha will be saddened by this, even though I know that she is imaginary. I just don't know what to do at this point. Bro, you're pretty far gone. See a therapist. That's what I suggest. This is this is outside my scope of expertise, honestly. Holy hell. Edit. Reddit user was kind enough to speak my post into a YouTube video. He asked that I put it into my post. I did this because I think audio can be good. I do appreciate being placed on YouTube. Well, here we go again, right? I guess there were simpler days where you could just be like, hey bro, give me the plugola. I think that post is going to be pretty popular. But yeah, that Reddit user, definitely not going on the deep dive that we're going on, because this guy's psyche is fascinating, terrifying, many different adjectives. So I suppose we'll continue on and see just how deep the rabbit hole goes right now. Today, I fucked up by telling my parents that I am married to an imaginary giant roach who is my beloved Ogtha. Now you think he just came back 6 years later, remembered the password to this Reddit account, and he's like, it's time to make another shit post? Or do you think he's been on the downward trend for this half decade? I mean, it sounds like things between him and Ogtha are getting really serious. There is no fixing this, man. A few of you may recall some years ago, I posted about my lovely Ogtha. You can find in my post history, and my new story requires a bit of an explanation of Ogtha for those who don't know. I'll try to be brief, however. Basically, many years ago, as a teenager, I became fascinated with the Kafka story, The Metamorphosis, and I began to fantasize about a character like that, but a woman, essentially a giant roach. I found it very erotic. Yeah, fertilize those egg cases! As time went on, the character became a member of a fictional roach species, basically giant intelligent roaches, and this one specifically was Ogtha. For several years, Ogtha was just an imaginary figure to me, but as time went on, she became a fully sentient being that I fell in love with. Oh, God, dude, my spine.
Your back is broken.
Is this all just like commentary on waifuism? You made the girl a giant roach to drive the point home? It's not healthy to do it with anime girls. It definitely ain't healthy to do it with roaches. It's viscerally uncomfortable to do this with roaches. Ogtha, to me, is a real creature. She simply lacks a physical body in our world, and her consciousness resides in my mind alongside my own. Holy shit, man. He has gone deeper down the rabbit hole. This is not good. Maybe there are alternate universes where roach girls exist. But we really do need to try and operate within the bounds of our own reality. Please and thank you. It's crazy. The users of r/tulpas helped me realize that there's nothing delusional about this.
What? No, dude!
Dude, terminally online. You've been poisoned. I don't know how to wind any of this back, dude. You didn't see the therapist like I asked you to, and we're going this direction, I guess. And yes, those same r/tulpas users say that indeed, it is very possible for such entities to come into being. Yeah, and then kidnap to use for government research. Where's the benefit here? I do hope that one day the technology will exist to extract Ogtha from my mind and install her onto an artificial physical body, but we are satisfied with our current relationship. I mean, I guess the technology does exist, you know? You could hop on VR chat, pay some lady to cosplay as a cockroach for you. I don't know. You're striving for a relationship that can never happen, and I don't know why. I love Ogtha, and she loves me. I guess that's why. Some time ago, I married her.
You what?
Now, from a strictly legal sense, no, I am not married, per se. Psh, but for me and Ogtha, we consider our relationship to be a marriage. I am devoted to her, and her to me. So you had like an imaginary wedding? Oh, I bet it was beautiful. I can imagine whatever I want. You get a lie to the IRS about the existence of a roach girl living in your house named Ogtha, aren't you? That's where this is headed. OP says, I revealed this to my coworkers, and it did not go well. Dude, stop revealing it to people. Haven't you learned by now that these are the inside thoughts? Nobody else is really equipped to handle this, all right? But I thought my parents had a right to know. We've learned nothing, obviously. Last evening, I revealed to them everything about Ogtha and told them that we were married. I even allowed Ogtha to speak through me to them. What?
You tripping, bro. You tripping.
How does a roach woman with mandibles know how to operate a human mouth? You explain that to me, huh? It's just a series of hisses and clicks. His parents are like, dude, I think we have to have him committed. Wow. This was so Ogtha could finally meet my parents after only seeing them from afar. Oh, I hate this, dude. What if my kid comes home and does this one day? How were you supposed to handle that? I knew my parents would find it unusual at first, but I thought that they would come to understand and be happy for me. However, I fear they think me deranged. They're not alone, dude. My mother actually cried, and not tears of happiness, as I expected. Why would you ever expect that? I don't know what's going on here. They even encouraged me to seek counseling. Yeah, that's my main takeaway from this video.
Stop it. Get some help.
I explained to them that what I am experiencing is real and encourage them to read through the Tulpa subreddit. Yeah, they're never gonna do that. I better research and educate myself about my son's imaginary cockroach girlfriend. I'm good, dude. Wow. I really don't know what to do here, man. It's time to throw this whole kid away. Gotta start over. I have created a very bad situation for myself.
No shit.
And now, I fear my relationship with my parents is quite ruined. They keep insisting that I seek counseling and are threatening that if I don't, they will no longer assist me with my student loans and that I will not be welcome at Thanksgiving. But Ogtha could still come though. I feel like they're overreacting, but at the same time, I wish I had just kept my marriage a secret.
Hey champ, that's really interesting. Next time, keep it to yourself.
You never learn. How do you never learn? I have to feel slightly bad for OP because he does want to make a human connection and have somebody understand his cockroach obsession. But yeah, like I said, I don't think the human race is ready for that, man. Maybe you're before your time or something. Maybe you're way after your time. I don't really know. I do consider it now to be a fuck up to have been truthful with my parents. They are in some ways traditionalists and are simply not ready to understand how entities can exist without physical form and share a mind. It breaks my heart, but I wish I had been deceitful with my family. Or anybody else in your life. Just stop telling people this. Why? You can think whatever you want in your head. As soon as it leaks out into the real world, though, yeah, you can't take that back, man. For the record, I will never divorce Ogtha. And with our love, I know I can survive anything. But I wish I had never been truthful with my parents. TLDR, I told my parents about Ogtha, my imaginary roach wife. They are very upset about it indeed. This is terrifying to me, honestly. What does Ogtha do all day if she doesn't have a material job? He's like, oh, she takes care of the roach egg case. Maybe it's base, dude. Maybe you can have 5,000 babies at once. This is like total roach wife pill type of stuff right here. I'm just doing it to babymaxx, you guys. We got one more post from this guy, and then maybe I could go into like the comments and see if I can discern a little bit more. So let's go ahead and check that last one out. Is my imaginary girlfriend a giant roach actually a tulpa? This is from r/tulpas. So yes, obviously you want to go straight to the source of people who already believe in tulpas, right? Hello! I am very fascinated and excited to discover this community today, which I found by chance mentioned in a comment by somebody on an entirely unrelated matter. I have posted several times over the years regarding my girlfriend Ogtha. Bro, there's more? Several? I could only find the 3. If you find some more, I'll do a part 2, I suppose. Basically, to summarize, many years ago, this started by me imagining making love to a gigantic, intelligent roach creature, not unlike the one depicted in the classic Franz Kafka short story, except this one was a woman. As time went on, I made a more elaborate story and a personality for this creature, who I named Ogtha. She is a member of an intelligent species of roaches, and she is about 7 feet tall. With the antennas, or... That's a big girl, isn't it? As the years went on, I developed a personality for Ogtha. That's the roach girl's name. OP totally og-pilled. Eventually, Ogtha became her own entity that lives inside me, along with my own consciousness. Jesus, this is heavy, dude. Let unpack all this. I regard her as a real entity, and she is the love of my life. How much further do we have to fall, you know? How much longer before he decides to just go live at the trash dump? We don't get any more internet updates after that. Although I know Ogtha is real, even though she doesn't have a true physical manifestation until the technology's developed, I hope I live to see it. Jesus. Have you seen the things that computers generate from people's brains? You don't want things like that running around. I swear to you. I have always had lingering doubts, wondering if I might be deranged. Let a therapist tell you, man. I can't make that call. I lean towards yes, but I ain't no professional, okay? Today, those doubts have begun to vanish, as I see now that many other people have similar events. But yet, I am very new to the concept of tulpas. In your opinion, is Ogtha considered a tulpa? Also, if so, has anyone ever pondered ways that a tulpa might become a true physical entity? I wondered if someday the technology might exist to somehow extract the Ogtha consciousness from my brain and download it into some sort of mechanical robotic body.
No.
You've been watching Black Mirror again, haven't you? Please stop. I hate this. Does anyone else think this is something that can be done in the next 40 to 50 years? Or are there any other ways to allow a tulpa to manifest physically? And then, of course, users in r/tulpa, they're going to be like, yeah, of course it's a tulpa. This is the place that you go for tulpa stuff. Go ask a skeptic community. They'll tell you to get some help. Top post in the thread says, for the tulpa question, did you make her? Is she sentient? If the answers for both are yes, then yes. For the tech question, it's expected that in the next 40 to 50 years, there might be technology to upload your consciousness into a computer. I think this wouldn't separate the consciousnesses, though, for plurals, and it'd be more like uploading your brain into a computer, which would just simulate the neural processes. So then I'd have to break my own will and force my ulterior computer self to cosplay as a roach wife, is what you're telling me? This is all a little bit too much. I thought they just like step out of a parallel universe, you know? All of a sudden they exist. Why do we need technology? Honestly, this is a whole nother rabbit hole that I could dig into, but I don't know if I'm willing to do all that, man. This is heavy. Let's go back to the first post and check out some comments. Clunge Cooper says, that is the most fucked up thing I have read in ages. Well done. It really is. This is gonna live in the back of my mind now. Ogtha is going to multiply and infest inside of my brain. I see it coming. I'm not looking forward to it. Paladin Messer says, you need Jesus. I always love when paladins burst into the thread, you know? Deleted user says, I think we can all do with a little Jesus after reading that. I mean, alongside the other side, Wesker Beard, Chris Trucker, we got a whole lot of weird stuff going on. I still feel the presence of our almighty Lord God, but I also sense that he's a little bit terrified of what he's created. Gamer Forever says what we all were thinking. This is one of those dark secrets that you can never tell to a goddamn soul. But he tells everybody. I don't... They just thought he'd be 100% supportive of Roach Wife. Sure, I'll cosplay as a Roach Wife. Sure, I'll have a Roach Wife granddaughter. No, man. Stop it. Dem Hands got a real good one. Here we go. I finally confided this to her the other day, and I was blown away by her reaction. At first, she had nothing to say. She looked into my eyes, and I could see the deadness inside of her. Any feeling she had for me, if there was any, immediately left her body after I told her that news. She stood up and slowly walked towards the door. I threw my head down in shame as I realized I had lost the only person who cared for me, besides Ogtha. After a minute or so, I look up only to see her still standing there. She looks at me with a shameful look on her face. "I have something to show you," she says. Out of nowhere, she pulls out this strangely shaped electric guitar and just starts shredding this amazing guitar solo. And I realize that she's actually the critically acclaimed musician known as Prince. At least at one point, before he turned his name into a symbol. He's now wearing nothing but a feather boa and a pair of tight leather trousers. And he looks at me with such raw, visceral, sexual power that my nipples immediately become so hard that they tear my shirt. As his guitar solo comes to an end, he bites his lower lip and grunts, "Ugh!" orgasming with such power that he explodes, destroying half a city block in a torrent of purple silk. Purple rain, purple rain. I don't know what I just read from the OP or from that guy, but that kind of bookends this whole series of posts nicely, doesn't it? There are only the 3 as far as I can tell. I dug real deep for him, and I hope that you guys enjoyed him. If you did, like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate you. Follow me on social medias, TikTok, Twitter, Discord, whatever. I'm around the internet in places. You can also support me monthly via Patreon or YouTube memberships, or as a one-time thing with the little super thanks button at the bottom of the video, my PayPal link in the description. I don't know, it's whatever you want to do, man. Even if you can't support, thanks for coming through. I hope you come through and see what we're cooking up for tomorrow. Keep yourself safe out there. Wash your hands. And always remember, friends, that you are loved, you are worthy, you definitely, definitely deserve it, and I shall see you in the next one. So until then, bye-bye.
It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown.
Purple roach, purple roach.